Okay, guys, just before we actually continue, I want to just quickly explain what a brute force attack is, because we're going to be actually applying a brute force attack. A brute force attack is when an attacker tries every possible combination, if you just excuse me. An attacker basically tries every possible combination in order to compromise an account. And there are different types of brute force attack. We have a brute force attack like just the name brute force. Um, it could be like a try and error. You could just off your head try possible any kind of like password you think the user might use. It could be the birthday, things like that. It could be a word list. A word list is when the attacker itself has a possible word list. Like they have a word phrase from somewhere. Like people usually store a word list, like every possible password user could possibly have. If you actually just go online and search for like possible word lists, I promise you're going to find thousands of like just possible passwords. It's a password either that has been stolen from a database or a password that has just been leaked out there. It could be from the dark web, anywhere like that. Then we have a different type of brute force attack, which is called credential stuffing. This kind of attack is when let's say you compromise an account, then use that same password to try other possible accounts that the user might have, or you might just have the password and you try it on different accounts, trying to see if any of that is going to work on that user's account. So those are like the three types of like brute force attack we have, and I'm also going to give you ways to mitigate this. You can use an MFA, which is a multi-factor authentications. Um, the multi-factor authentication you have to consider, I think, four things. Yeah. It has to be something you know, something you are, something you have. That's three. I said three, innit? Something you know, something you have, something you are. I think I'm missing one. But basically, is you combining. So it's like if you have a username and password, that is something you know off your head. Then when you have your phone device, that is the other form of authentication. So let's say you log into, that's why you most time when you log into a device, they send you a code to your phone. That's you using an MFA. So you should incorporate using that a lot more. Or you can use an or authenticator app. It's very good. I use that personally. And that's one way. Another way to be careful about a brute force attack is you staying vigilant. Just always be, you know, watchful. Do not click on links that are sent to your email and things like that. Um, then we also have used long passwords. Uh, use passwords with like 15 plus characters. Um, you know, I feel nowadays most like organizations don't really enforce you using strong passwords. I think that was some of like the past. These days, people don't really enforce you using, or you have to use like a 15 plus password, or you go change your password every 3 months, because we all have to say we're humans, and sometimes it's quite hard for us to like actually remember. So most times people don't really do that. But yeah, still, you personally, if you know you got a very good, strong 15 plus password, go for it. It's great. And one last thing I'm just going to talk about brute force. We have tools for it. We have tools that people use actually to brute force into your device. They use that to, you know, attempt to log into your device, your passwords. They can easily guess it. Um, and everything is, I would say, is actually built on Kali. That's Kali. Kali is a Linux operating system. It's a powerful tool. It's just like the Windows operating system, but not Windows. It's a different guy. And we have tools like John the Reaper that could use for brute force. We have Faster Hash. Um, we have Hydra also. So those are basically tools we can use for brute force. And so yeah, I'll be moving on to the next phase of our project. So on the next phase of the project, we're going to be installing SSH server, which is a Linux operating system. just like the ones we have for the ELK server and the Fleet server. So I'm just gonna click on deploy. We don't want anything too, big, goofy, not too big. So we're gonna go on something low. We're gonna click on uh cloud shared. I think we'll go with shared. Then London. Not something too big. So 1 gigabyte VCU, 1 gigabyte terabyte. Okay. One VP CPU, 1 gigabyte. Yeah, I'll go with this one. This guy. I think that's good for us. Yeah. Okay. Ubuntu machine 4.04 64-bit. Yeah, that guy. Um, server name. What do we name this? Say my sock dash Linux. Oh no. I don't know. No, crap. Dash Linux dash my name. Put my name on everything, innit? I know. I don't know, it makes it fun, I'm doing, like I said, like, I'm doing this for myself to learn. So, you know, I'm literally enjoying me do this, because this is something people do on a regular work basis, people do this and I'm doing this at home, just learning. I'm happy about it. We don't need all the backup, so we're going to disable it. I think we're going to leave the VPC for now and just deploy. Click on deploy here. So we're going to just deploy that. We're going to wait for that to actually deploy. Let's have a look if the device has been successfully deployed. The server is currently being installed. I think it's still deploying. It's not done yet. So we're just going to wait a couple of, minutes. Still deploying. Okay, so now we have the Linux machine fully installed. Um, as you can see, we're in. Well, I don't want to, I'll be connecting through PowerShell because I like it on the terminal. I don't know. It gives me a better view than using like the console itself. So we'll just open up PowerShell. Funny, I haven't used my PowerShell since I started like just right now. So I'm just gonna open up PowerShell. Oh no, my bad. The IP address of my Linux machine. So we're gonna SSH root IP address. Yes, please. Let's make that a little bit bigger for you guys. I think that's okay. Copy password. Then paste that in there. And yeah, we logged into our Linux machine. You know, I hope people understand what we're trying to do. I hope people understand what I'm doing. You know, as you can see, this is a different machine. This is not my device. This is a machine on the other side, that I can actually access, which makes computing just beautiful. You can do things from far away, and I don't know, it just makes it amazing to me. So like we always say, first thing you always do is, you go update machine. So we're gonna do an apt get update and and apt get upgrade. I didn't spell that right. Dash y. If you're wondering why we have a dash y at the end, it's like yes. Because if you put without the dash y, it pops up asking you yes, then so just put it there, just gonna wait for that to finish up. Shouldn't take too long. I don't know why. I feel like I'm just waiting this one on. I feel like I just like the fact that I'm just seeing it like load up, you know. I think it's beautiful to my eyes, just seeing all of that just load up. Like I'm just gonna let you guys know when it's done. It's taking too long now. All right, guys, so it's done. I'm just gonna clear that off the screen. So, what I actually want us to see is first is the authentication logs. So for us to actually find that, we have to go to change directory slash var slash log. That's log. So now that we're in the log directory, if you just put ls, I'm trying to find a particular. Yeah, you see this one, the auth.log. That is the file that actually stores all the logs. So if I just do a cat, the cat command shows you what's inside the file. So I'm just going to do cat auth. As you can see, I'm just going to make this bigger. Um, Basically, these are all the logs we've gotten so far. This is the most recent one, you know. And I think this has to do a lot more with, like the update we just did. You know. So I'm gonna leave this for a minute. I'm gonna take a little break. Then we're gonna come back maybe after 30 minutes. And I promise you, we're gonna be seeing tons of logs in here. I promise you that we're gonna be seeing tons of logs in here. So um let's just go, take a little break, have myself a coffee, just relax a bit, then we're gonna get back to it. So yeah, I'll be back in a bit. All right, guys, so welcome back. I think we previously stopped at like checking for like the logs and the authentication logs to see. So right now I'm actually going to be opening the file to see if we've gotten any extra logs. Like I said, we'll be basically getting some users, some people who are trying to basically try to log into the server itself, because we left that open on the World Wide Web. So let's see if we've gotten any recent authentications or someone trying to log into the system. So remember the command is cat AUT or tab. I'm gonna make this big so you can see. I think yeah, you can see we have people trying to log into the device. Session closed. You can see failed password. Someone tried logging in. You can see right here. See authentication failure, just like I said. As you can see, we have a lot more logs, but not so much yet. But we're basically getting a lot more logs. I hope no one was able, basically. I don't think anyone filled password, yeah. So wait, let's just so I'm gonna hit a command that would help me just filter for failed logins. So that is the grep command. You do a grep -I failed, then file autocomplete. So we have 4 failed attempts right now so far. I promise you we're gonna get more. But right now we only have 4. And we can see it's coming from this IP address, the 2.7.88.197. I think that user tried it twice. Then we have another user, um, invalid user pi, with the IP address of 82.58.194.12. So we also had that user also tried it twice. It could be possible that it might be the same user. Probably the user is also trying to do like a fast flux DNS, like where you can, change your IP address, like spoof your IP address and try again, you know. Um, I'm also going to show you a command that could filter basically because we all know that my device name is roots, you know, roots. So we can filter for that. Let's see. I think it's a graph -I failed. And we're going to pipe that into, no, we need to put it auth-log first. Or command, then pipe that into um grep -I roots. And let me just show you that. You can see the username for our device is roots, which is right here. I'm just going to take that off the screen here. So you can see right here, it's roots. That's why we're actually filtering for roots. So anyone who's basically trying to log into this device would have to use the username roots because that's the correct username, but they wouldn't know the password, and I'm not going to show you guys the password also. But yeah, let's go back to our SSH connection. So I'm just going to filter for that. You can see it pops up with only the failed attempts trying to use roots because that's the right username. We wouldn't worry about other username because there's no way it's going to work because that's not the right username. So you only filter for what's of importance to you. I could also show you this command also that I learned. Just the same. I just up. And we're going to type that also again. And what this sign is called pipe. It's a command basically that tells you to complete the next action. So like we already have here, we have to grep -I field auth.log. That's a command on its own. That's a command that would show you field authentications already. Then you pipe it again and ask for a grep -I roots. That would bring out in that same document where we have the field auth log. Then now it's going to bring out particular files that have the roots in them. That's the user itself. Then we pipe again. So I'm piping that again into cuts dash e there's space dash f1. All right, I'm going to quickly explain what this command does. This one here. Just like the same way I said what the sign is for the pipe. The cut command basically is going to help you, just like it says, just call out particular string of like text that you actually want. Let's just say you're trying to like, copy out the IP address from like the log itself. You could just call out like the first command I did was a 1. As you can see, it cut out the timeline where we have the date and time. You can see it cut it out here. Let's just say we want the IP address. And the D stands for a delimiter, you know. So if you count this is one string, this is another string, this is another string, this is a string, this is a string. So you could literally call out if each particular field out of like the whole file. So let's do another one. Let's just say I want the IP address only. Let's count that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's a 9. So that's in the field 9. 9. You can see it pops up just the IP address for you, and you could just, because you're gonna have a bunch of different files, like a lot of like logs, and you just want to copy out specific things. So this can really help you just make your work faster. So yeah, um, so after that, I think we're done with this basically. I'll just clear this out, and go back. So what we're going to be doing next is we are going to be installing the Elastic agent also into the Linux server, because right now we're not ingesting any logs from the Linux server into the SIEM. So what we're going to be doing now is installing the Elastic agent into the Linux server, and so we can have logs, into the SIEM. So let's just go back. I'm going to set this out and update. Let's go home. So to actually do that, we're going to click the hamburger icon and scroll all the way down to management and click on fleet. Just the same way we created like an agent for the Windows server, we're also going to be creating an agent for the Linux server itself. We're going to click on agent policies. Then we're going to create an agent policy. We're going to name this my sock dash Linux dash policy. Yeah, my sock dash Linux dash policy. Then we're gonna click on create agent. I think that's okay. Yeah. We're gonna wait for that to create. Yeah. Then we're gonna go back to the fleets agent. Then we're gonna add an agent. We're gonna pick the Linux policy, which is the one we have. They will ask, enroll if they recommended. Yeah, that's click. That's the one we're using. We're gonna scroll down and we're gonna copy this command because we're gonna be pasting this command. So basically, this is the command that links the Linux server directly to the SIEM. You know, it's like an API basically. So we're gonna copy that out. Um, then I think we're gonna paste that on our machine itself. It's just too big, you know. So um so we're gonna go back to the home directory. See. Yeah, so we're back to like the home directory itself. Then we're gonna paste the command and enter. So we're gonna basically wait for that to, enroll itself. That's the Elastic agents, into the Linux server itself. I'll be right back. Oh, if it's done quickly, let's see. Make that big so we can see properly. Error field. Oh my. We got an error. Okay, you can see right here. Um, that's right here. Error failed to enroll. Failed to execute request to fleet server X509. Certificate signed by unknown authority. Because we're using a self-signed certificate, we need to add the dash dash insecure so we can self-sign the certificate by ourselves. So I'm just gonna basically do that. Let's just fill up the screen. Uh, okay, clear the screen. Press the arrow key again. Then dash dash in insecure. Dash dash insecure. I think we need a space. Let's see. I think I should do it now. I'm gonna pause it and show you guys when this. Let's see if we can wait. Hmm. Still failed actually. Um. Error. Command failed for unknown reason. Error. Hmm. Wait, maybe you don't need space. Wait, before I do that, I'm just gonna clear the screen out. Okay, let's do it again. It's making it hard for me to understand. Right. Maybe we don't need space. Let's try this out. Fingers crossed, guys. I hope this, you know. Yay! Yeah, you can see that, guys. Elastic Agent has been successfully installed. We have our Elastic Agent now in our Linux server, and we are good to go, guys. That's the thing about like I said, I think I said that earlier, like everything matters like in the Linux terminal. Um any little bit of mistake would not really make things work. If you're supposed to have a space, if you're not meant to have a space, if you're meant to have a dash and you're not meant to have a dash, all of that actually matters in like the Linux terminal. So we have it installed, we're good to go. Okay, yeah. So you can see right here back, let me take that away from the screen. Okay. You can see agents enrolled, confirmed. We have one agent has been enrolled. So incoming data confirmed. So now we have our data, incoming data received from 1 of 1% enrolled agent. So we're good, guys. We are good. Um, let's just close that out. And let's go back to the Discover tab. So back in the Discover tab, where we have agent name, we should be able to find Linux server. No, I don't want to add. Oh, my bad. Move that agent name. Yeah, you can see that we have the Linux, that's the host machine. We also have our Windows machine also. So let's actually filter for the Linux server itself. Let's see what we can find. We had when we actually went through the authentication logs, we found some files, like some failed login attempts. So basically, we should be able to find that in the SIM itself now. Let's use let's try and get the IP address. Just gonna clear that out. Then we're gonna cd/var/log. Okay, now we're in the logs. Grep. I think I have the command still. No, it's not showing me. Okay. Okay, yeah. That was the IP. Let's see if we can use this IP to find, because this is the one that's of importance to us because it has the roots. So I'll just copy that out and paste the IP address up here. So this is how you kind of like query like the SIM itself. When you have an IP address and we use and authentication failure. Let's see what that finds for us. Yes, you can see we have that right now in the SIM, and we can, further like kind of like investigate what's going on. Um, this wasn't me, I have the right credentials to log into the system, so that wasn't me. That's someone on the internet trying to basically gain access to my device. You see, we got the failure outcome, a failure. You know, we can get more information out of this actually. Let's expand this to 500 so we can see more information. You see the message? It says the PAM means privilege access management. So it says authentication failure. It gives us the logon name, the UID. It gives us the IP address also and the username the user used, which is roots. So yeah, like this is how you can actually kind of like I said, just investigate sending logs. You can also verify that IP address, like search on like a database that gives you information on a particular IP address if it's always malicious, and you could definitely block that in your firewall, things like that. Just close that out for now. Okay, so if we just want to add like this message to the table itself, so all we just have to do is click on this, and you can see the message has been added to like the main SIM. I'm just gonna close this out. So it makes it a lot easier, like when you like want to go through like the logs. So you can basically just view it easily. You can see the IP and see the user real quick. Well, yeah, I think that's it for now. We need to get a lot more logs. We need more people try and hack into the device. So I can show you a lot more logs, but right now we don't have so much because it's just all recent. I'm just doing this right now, like a couple of minutes ago. So we'll just give it a few more minutes, then we'll be back. I think the next thing I'm going to be doing is creating an alert on the dashboard. So I'll be doing that in a bit.